everybody, Agashi here. So today I'm going to be doing a Chinese drama on this drama. It already came out, but it just started getting subs, so I was actually going to watch it raw, but I ended up being like, the moment I saw that it was sub, I was just kind of like, okay, I'll wait for it to sub. So it actually is finished subbing up to 6 episodes, and so I watched the first 6 episodes, and I'm going to be reviewing it with you guys to see what are my thoughts and what's going on with the drama. So this drama, in the Chinese term, it actually translates to Boss Wants to Marry Me. But there's an English one where it says well-intended love. So, I don't know. It makes more sense to me of being called Boss Wants to Marry Me. But yeah, the guy is Su Kai-chen. He's also the same guy that I was watching in the Dali Temple one, the Pet Dali Temple one, and he's also like the ex-boyfriend in His Excellency's Love. So this guy has been getting a lot of roles, like everybody's like liking him, and he's not like the new thing, but he's just been getting a lot of roles and like main guy roles now. But yeah, he plays Lin Yi Chu, and then we get Simona Wang playing Shilin. So basically, the synopsis is a third-rate actress who has leukemia, and she becomes entangled with the CEO and because she needs money for her treatment. So pretty much that synopsis pretty sums up the drama for me, honestly. For the first 6 episodes, it's kind of like exactly like what the synopsis is. So like the main girl, she finds out in episode 1 already that she has leukemia, and she's a third-rated actress. So basically, she's just like cameo or having little scenes here and there in dramas and movies. She doesn't make a lot, so she doesn't have money for treatment. Therefore, she is trying to figure out how she's going to get money for her treatment, and at the same time, she's trying to find pretty much a bone marrow. Is it bone marrow? Ajushi? Yeah, so she's trying to find a bone marrow that matches her to donate for her. So she she accidentally runs into the main guy and CEO Lin, and like getting into his car when she thought that his car was the Uber driver that was supposed to take her to her location. And she ends up finding out that like, oh, it's not the Uber car she's supposed to get into. But they meet by accident right there, and like you get to pretty much see her going through her acting life. Like, people treat her badly, people look down on her, and like she doesn't care. She stands up for herself, and she doesn't care what people say. She's constantly telling herself, you're beautiful, you're strong, you're gonna be an amazing actress. She tells herself all these things, and like, but at the same time she's like crying about it, because she's like, I have leukemia, I'm gonna die, how am I supposed to make my mark if I'm gonna die within who knows when, And so she goes and see the doctor again and try to like figure out how she's going to get this bone marrow cured for her leukemia. And she accidentally like look at like the doctor's papers, and she find out she has a match, and it is the main guy. And so she stalks down the main guy and find out which gym he goes to, which restaurant he goes to, where he likes to go and everything. He's apparently like this rich CEO in like China or something like that. And then she goes and stalk him, and then she like finally meets him. She begs him like, please like be the donor for me. And he's all like, I don't even know you, and you're asking me for this? And she goes, yes, I'm an actress, I need to survive, and all these things like that. And typical Chinese drama, he's all like, okay, but I have one condition. And he goes, because I'm this rich CEO, people, media are always asking information about me. And I even got the information that I'm gay because I'm not in a relationship. So he goes, I want to just focus on work and not have people dig into my personal life. So I will take care of myself to be your donor, but on one condition: you become my fake wife in the process of doing so. And once the process go through for you and things work out for you, we can go separate ways. And so she's kind of like iffy on it, and then she kind of like doesn't know. And he goes, I'll give you time to think about it. And I think she doesn't really believe it that like he would have that much power in him. So he ends up taking her to like this jewelry whatever show, and she got to see how powerful he is and how people fear him and how people like pretty much are just below him. And so she like, you know, she looks at it that she can learn something, and you know, it'll probably be nice to be living off like that, and yet at the same time she needs money to cure herself before she gets the donor. So she agrees to go with the contract with him and to get married and everything. So basically by like episode 4 they are married, and episode 5 and 6 they end up living together and pretty much kind of get to know one another. So that's it for like the first 6 episodes. It's very short and straightforward, and you know, in between other scenes, like, you know how Chinese drama is, like I've stated before, they like to show you everything of every single person, but I only care for the main characters. Like he has like a friend who's also an actor, a top actor or something like that, or director, and there's like this other girl who is friend with him, and she like likes him, and he like has no care for her. And then he has his grandma, and then she has her friend who is like this crazy social media freak who can stalk down any guy she wants to. And there's like the rival and her ex-boyfriend, you know, all these people. Even the main guy's butler, assistant, secretary, whatever, he has a role in this drama. Like he has more to do than just driving him around and doing his assistant secretary stuff. Like he has a thing with her friend, like, you know, see these stuff, you know, Chinese drama, they focus on every damn person they introduce. So yeah, so it's the reason why it's like all the way up to episode 6, and you know, I give you guys such a short reviews because I don't really care about them. The rest I'm kind of like whatever, but they pop up here and there, and they kind of like, you know, have conversation with main guy, main girl, you know, conflict in between. The girl who has a crush on main guy is always coming in like, why'd you marry her, you know, she's nothing but a low rated actress, you know, I'm better for you, blah 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 blah, you know. But I do have a little spoiler for you guys. So because I read some stuff on it when I was going to watch it raw, I accidentally spoiled it for myself, but I don't care. I like to be spoiled when it, but you guys don't want to, skip. The spoiler is she doesn't have leukemia. He is a creeper. He likes her. He's seen her act before. He likes her. He's like a fan of her, I think. So he had the doctor diagnose her fake that she has leukemia, so that she would approach him, so that he would date her, because he's stupid. He doesn't know how to date. So that's the case. But yeah, that's how, like, you know, he instantly go, oh, I'll agree to it, you know, as long as you marry me. He just did all that so that he can get her with him, but which is stupid. Like, do you rich CEO, you know, go date whoever you want to date, hit on whoever you want to date, like. But yeah, it's still in the process of being subbed. I only watched up to episode 6. We'll see how this drama turns out. There's only 24 episodes. It already finished airing. It's still in the process of subbing, so I will continue watching it and see how it turns out and see how it ends and all these things like that, since I already know what the spoiler is. But yeah, I'll review again with you guys once this drama ends and to see how it turns out. But yeah, I will see you guys again next time.